Hellos, welcome back. You're gonna see skiers. Hope it doesn't distract us. So I'm gonna need your opinion on this. My father and I, we usually agree on everything. Over this Shabbos, specifically because we're in Sefer Bereshis, we are in the first book of the Torah, Genesis. We have this huge disagreement. We really butt heads on this. So the reason I was bringing this up and I want your opinion is because we're almost done with the first book of the 5 books of the Torah, which is Genesis, Bereshis. And Bereshis is a book filled with dysfunctional people, dysfunctional families, brothers who want to kill a fellow brother, husbands who don't understand their wives, wives who cannot talk to their husbands. Yitzchak and Rivka have the weirdest marriage in the world. The sages even say that we see that Rivka was in awe of her husband. She looked up to him so much that she couldn't connect to him. They lived a life almost of like estrangement, and we see this with Yitzchak and Yaakov and Rivka and Esav, where Rivka sees Esav for who he is, and Yitzchak is physically blind, but also emotionally and mentally blind, where he can't see Esav's faults, and he's ruining their family. What if the brothers sat their father down and said, hey, father, Yaakov, what you're doing is really hurting us. The way you show Yosef extra attention, it's killing us, and we're losing our minds. Like, I'm one of 9 children. It's literally a full-time job to be on good terms. To, like, if you have an awkward conversation with a sister or brother, like, call them up and get over the vulnerability, the fear of vulnerability, and, like, the fear of things being ewy, or, like, being embarrassed to say you're sorry, or being embarrassed to say, like, you haven't called me in a week. That really hurts me. Like, my happiness is dependent on you. And I think that all, for me, that all goes into being a Jew. That all goes into being a good person. There's so much dysfunction, and it drives me crazy, and it makes me sometimes feel like, where is the mental health in the Torah? Where is the emotional awareness, the personal awareness of, I'm not a good father. How could I favor one son over the 11 others? This last week's parsha, there were 10 sons who wanted to kill their brother. And Yaakov doesn't even, how is he not aware of this? And this is where we really butt heads. My father's like, you do the right because it's right. You do the right thing because Hashem said, or you just action, no matter how you feel, no matter how you're doing inside, you keep going. And I believe in, like, all the action mitzvos, obviously. My life is run by these action mitzvos, like Shabbos and kosher and tznius, modesty. I don't believe in being holy on the outside. I believe in being straight and healthy and calm and self-aware on the inside. The chutzpah in me is coming out for a second. I think this is a generational thing, and I actually think this connects to the nevuah, the prophecy about the coming of Mashiach, that the children will teach their parents. I think we, younger generation, are into mental health and emotional wellness, and because we see the damage that not being self-aware has had on previous generations. And I think that Judaism, so this is where my father and I butt heads, I actually think that when we're all at peace with ourselves, Mashiach is really going to come because we'll all be our truest selves. I think so many young people are being turned off of Judaism because they don't think people understand them. They see people who do keep Shabbos and kosher, who aren't good to their spouses, who don't understand their children, who don't know how to be vulnerable, who don't know how to open up, who... There's nothing as scary for me personally as seeing someone who's not aware of themselves. They don't know why they yell at people. They don't know why they're jealous. They don't know why they hate themselves or they project on people constantly. It's like, why can't you get to know yourself? What are you hiding from? Judaism to me is just, what's the truth? What's the truth of the world? I want to be connected to truth. I don't want to say, like, oh my gosh, I would never do this. But so much of what happens in Genesis, it's like, who favors one son over all the others? Which brothers tried to kill another brother? It's crazy. I think Mashiach is going to come when we actually know ourselves and we are true to who we are, and we delve deep into the icky parts of ourselves that we hate and are grossed out by, and we figure out that we're not really so detestable. My father really believes in, like, you do it. You just do what, even if you're tortured inside. Can you see Shannon and Moshe trying to get their skis on? Haha. I know so many young women, and my brothers-in-law and my brothers know so many young men who are just leaving Judaism because they see a body without a soul. And that's what really, like, when you keep kosher and Shabbos, but you're not a nice person, and I think that's why so many people are leaving Judaism, because they want to be happy and they don't think that Judaism makes you happy. And it's not true. So let me know what you think. Stay thirsty. I'll see you next time.